weight loss. Let's talk about losing weight and how do you do that. The very first thing that you should start doing is to calculate your maintenance. You're going to stay on maintenance for 2 to 4 weeks. Why? Well, most of the people that want to lose weight, they are in a too drastic caloric deficit, which means that they are way too low in calories. Then what happens is that our bodies are very smart. So what your body will do is, if you're in a too hectic calorie deficit, it will stop burning calories if you do fidgeting or like the small actions during the day. Whereas before, your body would burn calories by doing these things. So by staying onto maintenance for 2 to 4 weeks, you basically refresh your metabolic system. Then you can go into a caloric deficit. 250 calories caloric deficit is more than enough to begin with. And then going to the next step. The next thing that you are going to do once you have been doing your maintenance for a couple of weeks, now you are in a caloric deficit, you're going to track every single meal. And to make it easy for yourself, you're going to stick to the same breakfast, same lunch, same dinner for 5 days per week. In that way, you don't always have to track. You can just track in the beginning of the week and then you know exactly how much everything is. And this will save you lots of time, because I know we all are in a rush. Life is busy. Create habits for yourself so that you don't always have to track, but you know exactly what you take in to stay in a caloric deficit. The next thing you're going to do is set yourself a step goal. Ideally around the 10K steps, but you can do more if you can keep that consistently. Now that we have set a caloric target, you are tracking your food, and you've implemented steps, you're going to start implementing strength training, resistance training. You can do this 3 times per week, full body circuit. If you struggle to create a workout program for yourself, feel free to send me a message. This is exactly what I do for my clients, and it doesn't matter if you go to the gym or you'd rather do home workouts. I will make a program specifically catered to your needs. Do this consistently 3 times per week on top of the other things. Next up is sleep. You're going to make sure you sleep 8 hours every single night. And why is sleep so important? Sleep is important for your hormones, ghrelin as well as leptin. And ghrelin is the hunger hormone. If you remember that Snicker campaign, you're not yourself when you're hungry, that's actually the hormone ghrelin that will make sure that you feel hungry. And if you're not sleeping well, that can increase up to 15%. So imagine you're already in a caloric deficit, you're already feeling more hungry than normal because you are in a caloric deficit. Then on top of that, you have a 15% hunger increase, which will be very difficult to stick to your caloric goal. So sleep well. This will not only help you with the hunger hormone ghrelin, but it will also help with the satiety hormone leptin. And leptin communicates from the gut to our brain, telling us that we have had enough food. But also that message gets decreased 15%, which means that it takes longer for that hormone to respond from our gut to our brain, telling us that we are full. So you will not only feel more hungry, you will also eat more because of the imbalance in your hormones. But before you can have a good night rest, a good night's sleep, you need a bedtime routine. And this can be as simple as reading a book, having a skincare routine, doing some yoga exercises, breathing exercises. Do make sure to set yourself a certain time that you go to bed. For instance, 10 o'clock in the evening, you set an alarm when you wake up, right? Also set an alarm when you go to bed and keep yourself accountable. So set that alarm at 10 o'clock. Make sure you're in bed by 10 o'clock. Turn off the lights, because by turning off the lights, your body will automatically make melatonin, which is the sleeping hormone. Even if you're not sleepy, turn off the lights. Go in bed, do your breathing exercises. Try to relax, listen to meditations, and it will also help if you put the temperature in your room between 15 and 19 degrees. This is the most comfortable temperature that our bodies enjoy. So if you have the power over it, set your room temperature, a comfortable temperature. Maybe even use a sleeping mask if it's not very dark in your room, and just go to bed by that time. Make sure you hit your 8 hours of sleep by creating yourself a bedtime routine. Water, hydration. Stay hydrated. This will really help with suppressing your hunger hormone. What I tell my clients and what really works is that you drink at least 2 to 3 liters of water each day. You can calculate how much water you need to drink to stay hydrated. You can use 0.035 times your body weight, and that's exactly how much liter of water you should drink on a daily basis to stay hydrated alone. But don't forget, if you exercise or if it's warm and you're sweating, you have to drink more to stay hydrated. Plus, it will really help with your brain functions, so you stay much more sharp during the day. And it will also help with not feeling as hungry. So sometimes our hunger hormone ghrelin kicks up, but we don't know if it's actually us feeling hungry. Most of the times, it's actually our body telling us we just need fluids, we need to be hydrated, we need water. But we struggle to see and to recognize that difference. So if you do feel hungry, instead of instantly grabbing that snack or your dinner or your lunch or your breakfast, have 1 or 2 glasses of water, wait between 15 to 20 minutes. If you're then still hungry, then it's probably really hunger, but try and play with it to make sure you will not overeat. Also, after your meal, drink 1 or 2 glasses of water. This will really help with the digestion, and it will make your intestines, your bowel feel much more comfortable. Next up is every single week you're going to take progress pictures, body measurements, and you step on the scale. So the progress pictures you take at the exact same time, the exact same day. My clients do this every Saturday morning, and they send that information to me. So together with the body measurements, you buy yourself a measurement tape, you measure all your body parts, and you fill it in, and I use a specialized app that I can always see what is happening, if the curve is going up or going down. Then the progress pictures, you put them side to side to see if you see any visual difference. Then when it comes to body weight, every morning when you wake up, you empty your bladder, you empty your stool, whatever you need to empty, you step on the scale with as little clothes as possible or naked, and if you choose to wear clothes, make sure to wear the same amount of clothes every single time to get the most accurate measurement. Then you have your weight every single day. You have one time per week your progress pictures and your body measurements, and you're going to go over all of your information. You're going over your sleep. How was your sleep? How was your caloric intake? Did you manage to do your steps? Did you drink your water? Did you hit your workouts? And if you do all these things and you do them consistently, which is the next point, the very last thing is that you have to be consistent if you want to see results. For example, with my client Anli, she had already a nutrition plan. Someone else prescribes her a nutrition plan, but this wasn't personalized for her. She's playing squash, which is a very hectic sport, so you need nutrition around your training or your tournament or competition. So what I did with her is protein first mentality. Make sure to have 30 to 60 grams of protein each and every single meal, and then you can add up with veggies, and then before and after your workout you can have some carbohydrates so that you have enough energy for your competition or your workout. Anli lost 2.5 kilograms in just 4 weeks' time. She is much more confident. I gave her a nutrition plan as well as a fitness plan to follow with. The same thing for Nacho. Nacho came to me and he was weighing over 105 kilograms. He has never been this big in his life before. He wanted to make a change, so he came to me. I'm coaching him now for 5 weeks. He has lost over 4 kilograms of body fat. He is so much more confident, and he is even so confident that he was able to send me a picture in the gym. Whereas the first video I got from him, he was very, very insecure, shaman. Now he's focusing on his protein intake, his veggies, and he's feeling energized. He's going for his walks. He's hitting his strength training sessions every single week consistently. We are making game plans for events such as birthdays. And just to see my clients gaining their confidence back is why I do this. Losing weight isn't easy. I know people say that it is. But there are a lot of things that come into place. A nutrition plan, a fitness plan, a step goal, water drinking, a bedtime routine, sleeping certain hours each night, measuring your weight, taking progress photos, focus on your protein. There's so many things to focus on, and I know it can be very overwhelming. But if you are serious about losing weight, all you have to do is to follow my program. I have made a specific program that includes all the things I just talked about, and I'm going to hold you accountable so that you don't self-sabotage or give up, that you will hit your goal. So if you don't know where to start or how to start, feel free to send me a message. I will go over exactly how it works, show you the platforms that I'm using, show you the results that I've been having with my clients. I am very passionate about helping you gain your confidence back, losing that weight, maybe even seeing your six-pack for one time in your life. I know how hard it is. People will say that maybe I wasn't fat, but I was big. In my eyes, I was big. I've been an elite gymnast for 9 years. Then going to a body where you have body fat, when I used to have less than 10% body fat. Now going to 30%. That was hard for me, but I managed to lose the weight. And I will guide you and give you all the tools that you need to achieve your goal. You can send me a direct message, follow me on Instagram, fill out the link in the description down below, and let's chat. Let's work on your goals. Let's make sure that you get more confident in your own body because you deserve it. Let's make the impossible possible.